And welcome to the CodeX Cantina, where I am Una.
And I am Crypto. Got some good news and bad news today.
Yeah. So I don't know the order that we do this. Maybe just quick is, like, hey, what are you guys doing? Where's been your January, beginning of the year thing? Things have been a little bit crazy and busy for us. February, we're going to be doing nothing but Black History type stories. Things of the usual. Like, we still managed to do our weekly kind of chat and hangout session here, but I think we've both kind of hit some road bumps in terms of time commitments. Is that a fair statement?
Definitely a fair statement. So I think we're going to continue to try to publish, one short story a week and then, a book type stuff every once in a while, but we've definitely pulled back. But we're not going to be, stopping anytime soon. This definitely fulfills a niche in my life that I love hanging out and discussing and, interacting. And I love that. But some of the bad news is that we're going to be ending our Patreon adventure. It's been 2.5 years. And it's been an amazing try, something that pushed me kind of out of my comfort zone. And, with Una's help, we started this in June of 2021 and immediately had people that joined and started, giving us money, for what we were already doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, right? People actually like us.
And to be honest, it helped us read some authors' stories that we wouldn't normally have read. That it's truly been a awesome ride to check out. I think, they've pushed some of us. I've noticed we've had a little bit of a sci-fi following, which has been great too.
Yeah, and we got to interact with some new people. When we started the Patreon, we had 2 tiers. We had a $2 youngling and a $5 apprentice, sticking with our Star Wars theme. And that $5 apprentice got to suggest stories to us, and we read a Patreon, monthly read, and that was really cool because we read some authors that we probably wouldn't have. We read some genres that we wouldn't have, and that allowed us to meet new people that we wouldn't have and have some great connections, interactions with them. And I've really enjoyed that on Discord of interacting and sharing pictures and stories and whatnot, and getting to know some people on a personal level beyond just comments on YouTube. But the good news is that a little bit what has happened. COVID was a very crazy year, and my wife and I moved to a different state, and I had 4 jobs in 1 year. We had several major deaths in our families, and then I'm getting another new job, and that will be taking a lot more time commitment. So I'm gonna have to pull back on the Patreon. So we'll be ending that. But I did want to give a special shout out to Leslie, Star, and Kaja, for really, really supporting us all these years. You 3 were amazing. Everybody was amazing. I appreciate all the support. But yeah, we're gonna unpublish, and then we'll see where the future takes us. Maybe when we have more time, we'll be able to make more of a commitment to that and revamp it, and maybe have some new fresh ideas in the future.
Yeah, and it's worth reiterating, even though you already said it, that the Patreon was always your thing, like what you were going to be working on. That this shouldn't have any bearing on what I'm pushing out. And like you said, there's literally 0 risk to the channel. If you're like, oh my gosh, are they going to start pulling back on the channel? No, I do all the channel stuff, and you and I do this to hang out. Right. Like that is part of this. And, extending that to the Patreon family has been a great experience, seeing Dia's dogs and stuff like that. And how she, cat sits and pet sits. As an animal lover, it honestly has been like sometimes she just posts these photos that are just like so darn cute of these animals that I'm going to miss kind of like that part of the community, but everybody's still invited to participate on the channel. It's just we're not going to be able to have the bandwidth right now to continue with the Patreon, right?
Yes, agreed. So effectively immediately when this is posted, we will unpublish the Patreon. You'll no longer be charged anymore. We'll still have the Discord up, so we can still converse there. But if I don't reply as often, again, I'm pulling back and not making that biggest commitment of my life. And still gonna be doing the channel, still be doing videos, still be doing crazy nonsense. So you can't get rid of us that easily. But we'll hopefully see more of us in the future.
And it's worth also adding too that the book that we've been reading, Ulysses, we promised that would be released chapter by chapter as we record them. Patreon, for ad-free experiences. I'm going to continue that, even though we're no longer accepting it, even though we're canceling it. We're going to, message that link out that, you're going to continue to get early access to that as well as the other Patreon links. And I might, look at exploring it, adding that to like another site or something like that, just for people who want to kind of have some of that behind the scenes experience. But here's to us continuing to put out what I think is a quality product, with us kind of recording and exploring deeper emotions, deeper problems, deeper things that we're discovering about ourselves. So hopefully we can kind of continue to do that in our relationship with books and what they mean to us in our lives. So, again, thank you for spending time with us. Continue to follow. We're going to have Black History Month here with Maya Angelou, Jamaica Kincaid, Alice Walker, and Charles Chestnut. So we're excited for that. We're going to continue publishing Ulysses. So I hope to see you guys on the journey, and look for more information as we can with that. We're going to try to continue to push and give as much as we can, but we just can't commit to the schedule that we have in the past. So thank you again for all your support. Peace.
Peace.